in there.
Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Ian, and I'm here too. And welcome to, as Lauren said, Bars and Bells, and welcome to Barre Night, our practice dedicated to sharing our love and experience in ballet as non-ballet teachers, but things that we can do to help our ballet practice when we get started again.
Mm-hmm.
We have, speaking of ballet, our slippers, but let's just hold off on those for 1 second. Hold off on those for 1 second. If we instead got onto the floor in any position that's comfortable for you, leg out in front, leg headed off to the side, whatever you prefer, talking to those feet, strong roots, healthy boots, get yourself going for your balances. So from here, 4 toes heavy, and can we lift the other toe?
The big toe.
The big toe, 4 toes heavy, lift the other toe. Then could you lift this other toes heading lateral? So my big toe is up, my index, my middle, my ring, and then my pinky. Now I'm going to try to place that pinky on the floor, then that ring. The hardest for me personally are those middle 2, and then I get that index, big toe. And let's do that one more time. Heavy on 4 toes, lift your big toe. Think about lifting or assisting lifting the second toe, then the third toe, middle toe, then that 4th and 5th phalange. And then can we place the pinky down? Then we'll place the ring.
The ring.
Middle index, come on.
Well, I'm good at those.
Big toe, and then flex out, stretch that out.
Switch it out. Those.
Same thing on the other side. Is this as easy to sit? Is it harder to sit even just this way?
Yeah, it's harder.
Same deal. Lift up the big toe. 5 seconds of work or so per toe here as we lift up the big. Then the index. Then that third or middle toe. 4.
Ring toe.
And then up on the pinky. Then I'm going to place that pinky down. Continue to place pinky. Ring. Middle. Index, big, and articulating one more time back and forth. Lift the big toe, then the index, middle, ring, pinky, keep spreading, and then pinky, all the way across, looking for the individual touchdowns on toes, and a little of that wiggle out as well. Always being in touch with those toes. They help us with the balances and our plies and the stuff that we'll get into later in the practice. Also exploring our ankles a little bit differently today. Circle shapes at the ankle. I'm going to do a little 180 and put my leg up in the air.
Ooh.
Whatever you want. You can do it from a bent knee or a straight knee.
I'll just go from here.
If it's bent, remain bent. If the leg, like mine, is straight, really commit to having nice extension through the knee. Grab onto the kneecap and make sure that that kneecap doesn't start to turn out as either moving at the knee or from the hip. Instead, focus on the foot. Dorsiflex or pull the foot to the shin. Turn the ankle into center as to like go over your ankle. Touch edges with tension. Maintain the knee either super flex like Lauren or straight like me. And pause when you get to your point. When you're at that gorgeous ballet point, dorsiflex and pull the foot to the shin. Maybe extend or gently bend your knee a little bit more if you're Lauren. And for one more same direction, dorsiflexor to the kneecap, roll the foot to center, breathing throughout, touching tension, creating tension as you go to your point, and pull the foot back to the shin. Now repeat the same thing going lateral. So I'm going to wave out to the side. I'm going to try to get nice and expressive with my feet here and create tension and draw that circle back to my ballet point, cramp up that extra knee extension, and then dorsiflex or pull my ankle to shin. And I'll repeat that one more time. Foot to shin, lateral movement away from center, tension across the top of the foot, the bottom of the arch, ballet point, and then a strong dorsiflex shape. and soften the knee. Repeat on the other side. That should feel a version of light and stretch. Some heavy work, but some nice lightness to accompany that. Extend through the knee or flex, dorsiflex at the ankle, and roll the foot to center. Making sure again that the knee doesn't move in a rotation at the knee or at the hip. We have our gorgeous ballet point, right, Lauren? And then we'll pull that foot back to the shin. Repeat, move lateral.
Lateral.
Oops, medial, go center. Touch those edges, create tension to the gorgeous ballet point, and pull the foot to the shin. Repeat twice now, lateral, right, Lauren?
Yes.
Dorsiflex to the shin.
As I go lateral.
Is lateral.
As I go lateral, sometimes I block the outside of that knee. You
Yep.
kind of see my hand out here.
Keep it strict. So back to the ballet point and pull foot. And one more time, lateral movement. Reach with those toes. Create tension to the point, the pull, and then a little light wiggle.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
Now can we put our shoes on?
Real quick, we'll put the shoes on in a second.
Oh.
We will be in just a hollow or a planks position. So as we typically do with the feet, again in a ballet warm-up, let's work through the hands. So we have wide open hands rooted all the way through, heavy tension through the full hand, shoulders packed, elbow pits forward. Our first knuckle push-up, again, is to go up onto the first knuckles, if you will. And again, that heavy tension to lower down. It's control, strength. Everything is predicted and intentioned here. So last one of those. Doing the wrist flexion could be also nice and stretchy, for lack of a better word again. And play with that.
So my back and my hands are down now.
Keep the armpits low, the back of the hand approaching the floor. And that wrist flexion is just a nice other move against all that wrist extension in most exercises. Now it's time, I think, to put those shoes on. We're going to do one more exercise on the floor before we truly get up and away.
Don't worry if you don't have shoes.
And it's going to be our lunge slide. Socks could be a nice close second to our little ballet slippers here. Again, it just helps us articulate nicer on the floor without sticky feet on the rubber or the wood. Let's set up in our lunge position. And again, this is one of Lauren's drills that I really like. Hike a hip, unhike that hip, and think of the bowl of punch or the barometer, the hydraulics working this way. That's important. Thank you for the adjustment. As well, that posterior and anterior tilt, also important to get that checked in. Hips level this way and hips level front back. And then we're gonna slide. And it's more obvious what we're doing here on Lauren. With the hip tucked, pushing the knee into that dorsiflex position here. Sorry, Lauren, she was doing good here.
Tucking that back toe.
Tuck the back, it could be flat or straight. And then regarding that back knee, the front knee, we're aiming to have it towards over the toe. Then push yourself back. And again, could we lean, not leaning back, but push our way back while staying very upright the way Lauren's demonstrating there. Same thing, pushing forward, hips to level, heavy foot, heavy tension through the whole foot as she's showing as well. And then push back, stay tucked under or tall, and can you slide your way back a little bit more? That gets me right here. What about you? Let's do that. One more go. Forward slide. And then underneath. That's why you should put your foot the other way, maybe. We'll switch. Underneath, leg out front.
I like it because I can create more tension with that back foot.
Hike a hip.
Pull.
Pull it under. Hike a hip, pull it under. Anterior and posterior tilt. Find that nice level place to work with. From this place again, we'll push the knee forward and back, and keeping the hips square to lean back just that little bit extra. And through. Dorsiflexing on the knee, knee forward. My bad. Knee over toe would be dorsiflexion on the ankle, not at the knee. Good call, Lauren. And forward. And back. We're going to do one more thing on the ground here. If we could just return to a lunging position. And this time, open up to that second position we might explore in our plies in a second. Same thing. Little hydraulic hips going this way. Find level. And then that anterior and posterior tilt. This time, let's slide our punch laterally. And then just bring your hip back to the stacked position and pull into center, create tension. Push away and back to stacked or center. And repeat, last one. Push away, center. Wiggle that foot back to that center position and slide underneath. And switch. Level the hips. Walk out that leg the way Lauren just demonstrated here. From this position again, the hips again are forward, and we're sliding a knee over the toe and pulling back to get tall here. Knee towards over toe, pull back to center, and repeat one more. Knee over toe, pull back to center. Center, tension, and up anyhow into our lunge. We'll get to the bar and we'll do sets of plies from first and second, and then getting into the hollow holds and the accessory bar work. Feet in parallel, using the bar or not. Turn out to our first position. Hands in a first or on hips or on the bar. Take the breath, pull yourself down, staying in your toaster with your hips tucked under, and stand up tall. Repeat again with flat feet, pushing knees away, hips tucking under, and back to tall. Repeat for one more time. Flat feet, push harder into the floor, the heels might come up. Get to your nice grand plie, hold. Get those heels down first, straighten the knees second, and let's hold the balance for about 5 seconds. Ribs are down, knees are straight, and just like the wrist warm up, pull those heels to the floor slowly. Tendu out to that second position, keep your balance, adjust as you need, and repeat our 3 plies. Tucking under hips, pulling ourselves low in our toaster, and knees straight, bum squeeze the top. Repeat. Pulling, sending energy wide, and pulling back up to tall. We'll get lower, but the feet will stay on the floor as we aim to get that millimeter lower in our ground position to extend and a balance. Pushing those ankle bones forward, super straight knees, pulling into this narrow line as much as you can, and slow to get those heels to the floor. Tendu, close the first. Let's repeat first position plies. Pull yourself down, create a nice diamond shape, and spring up, clenching glutes. Pull yourself down, pull up, clenching glutes. Repeat. Grand plie, heels up by pressing down, hang out. Heels heavy, knees pull together, and let's hold the balance for 5. If we could incorporate this porta bra, we'll get into a second. That's a nice way to challenge the balance. And then slow down. Tendu to second, place down. Pull yourself low into your second position plie. Cramp up to tall. Pull yourself down to second position plie and to tall. And one more time, second position plie. Get lower to get tall and hold your balance for 5, 4, 3. Pull the heels down. Tendu, pull to center, and let things relax just for a second.
Whew.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Great. Getting back down to the floor. Let's do our forward fold pathway. Forward fold, there's this imaginary wall behind me. I'm going to tuck my chin. I'm going to pull my rib cage down onto my hips, flexing my spine. My knees stay straight, and I'll walk out to a high planks position. With me yet? Catch up, nice and slow. Don't make it a rush. Lauren is demonstrating an excellent planks position. Her feet are wide-ish. Her hands are where she wants them. Personalize your position too, but make sure your hips stay up. For 10 seconds, 3, 2, we want tension. Tension meaning pulling your belly button, bracing your core, maintaining your breath,
Squeeze your butt.
squeezing your bum. That's coming up.
3, 2.
Gently knees to the floor. Fold back up, pulling from your belly button as you aim to stack your spine. So, I'm in my like down dog. I fold forward with my flexed spine, and I'm stacking from the lowest part of my spine first as I get back up to tall. Next, we are going to look at hip bars, our ronde de jambe equivalent exercise here. And I like being up just a little bit closer, so I'm going to use this again. So using that chair or the ballet bar, make this about that hip and core control. Let the chair or the railing take care of the balance. In our low position, we're looking for that nice articulation in the hip. We work from parallel. I am going to work from parallel on that inside leg as I point a leg forward. Are you okay?
My necklace is all tangled in my wire.
Get things set up. So we're nice and tall in this inside leg, and we're looking for that ronde action with that external rotation in the hip, the inside seam forward, and then we're going to turn that inseam into the back and pull underneath of the hip.
Keeping our legs straight, Ian?
We'll repeat the same thing to the back in a hip extension with a straight leg. Yes, Lauren, I'm trying. And then that external rotation or opening up, I'm going to reach out to Lauren there as I return that leg to the front and under with a straight knee, then to the front. And you might stay low or add a little air in between and reaching out of this hip nice and tall. We'll go around the corner with a nice straight knee. I felt it bend, so I had to straighten it out to the back and then to underneath of the hip. Repeat one more time, an extension or to the back first. Open up out of that hip. Create nice tension by driving down as we aim to go up. Point the toe, tap, and close. And repeat on the other side. Any questions, concerns?
No.
No? Tall on that inside leg, look to cramp up both hips. Take a breath. Tendu to the front, the external rotation to help you grow into that hip. Grow into that hip. And I'm waiting for Lauren to cue me because this is my tough side. What about you? We've rolled into the back, and now we're going to pull underneath, standing tall. Cramp up that inside leg. Extend the leg to the back with a straight knee. Open up in the hip. I'm trying to touch that radiator out to the side as I move to the front and center. Repeating, perhaps off the floor if that's available. Flexing the hip with a nice straight knee. Cramping up the straight, stiff legs. Creating work. Holy cow, side bum cheeks. To tap, to pull underneath. And repeat, hip extension to the back. External rotation off the floor, little bits at a time. To breathe, to control, to tap, and to close. We talked about that port de bras, so I'd like to integrate just a little bit of that port de bras here. Maybe 6 repetitions. If we started with our feet in our first position and arms in first, let's bring our arms from first to overhead. Pick an arm, look at it, open, and then close back to center. Repeat, but alternate the side we look towards, looking out and down, And very similar to our kettlebell skills, the armpits are low, the scapula or shoulder blades are stable, overhead, out to the side, lengthen away and in, and one more time. Port de bras overhead, open up, send low, one more go, first to fifth, to second, and down. And a forward fold for a 10-second plank. I should do it this time. Let's keep things fair. Unless you want more. I'm into that
Well,
too.
it was so back there.
The forward flex. Start at the chin tuck. And if you sound like Kermit the Frog when you talk, you're doing it right. Flexing the spine, pulling the rib cage down into those hips. Lauren's doing a super job demonstrating that the bum would not touch a wall if you were standing behind it. We lengthen out in our planks positions. We create tension and go. For 10 seconds,
Pull the floor together.
the bum. We're pulling the floor together, cramping up. 3, 2, gentle knees down. Take a rest. And then anyhow up, perhaps the fold like we'll do. We're pulling from the abdominals here on the front to stack the spine and relax. The continuation off of that hip bar will take us into our next exercise. This next exercise is going to be half a rond de jambe and then pulling into center, essentially a figure 8 in the hip. It's not too challenging, just follow along, you'll get it. Tall on the inside hip, point a leg to the front, rond out to second. Pull in to almost this coup de pied position to center. Straighten the knee. Open up to the side. Grow tall on this supporting leg as we get to this coup de pied position.
Keeping that inseam forward.
And pull the knee center. Repeat. One more. Brush through the floor as we extend our knee. Open up in the external rotation. And Lauren just mentioned that inseam. My kneecap is facing this way as I pull across the floor to get in and pull to center. Repeat to the back. I'm going to do a quarter turn. From the back, we'll extend to the floor, an extension at the knee or straightening of the knee, growing tall on the supporting side, open up to return to our second position, pull across the floor to underneath, and close the hip. Twice more. Whoops. Extending through the hip, ribs stacked nice and tall, open up to that second or side position, and pull in. And close, pull, create tension on this movement as we close through that hip. Repeat last time in our hip extension, straight knee, open up to that second position inside, pull underneath, and create tension as we close the door, and then slide the foot underneath the hip.
Whew, that was spicy.
Okay, so same thing on the other side. We're looking for that tension control. The rubber floor sticks just a little bit too much, but you get the idea. Tall, and for me, it's this bum cheek, sir. Get this one working. Half a rond to the front, open in the rond, and pull down to create tension to close. And close the hip. Extend through the knee. External rotation or opening up in that hip to the side. And pulling to like a coup de pied. And closing with tension. Extend through the knee. Open through the hip. Pull into center. And close. From this position, we'll extend the leg. Nice, Lauren, thank you. Extending the leg out the back, externally rotating in the hip to that side or second position, pulling in and down to close, close. Extend the hip and the knee to the back. Cramp up the glutes, brace the core, lengthen out, and close. And close. Repeat last time. Hip extension out the back. External rotation in the hip reaching sideline. Closing to center and pulling that gate shut with the hip knee and relaxing and straightening out. We'll do another set of that port de bras. Same thing. This time we'll just change our foot stance. First, second, move the chair so I don't wrap my knuckles. And again, our port de bras from first to fifth. Just send energy out and close. And first to fifth to open and close. Cues for the port de bras that I have some reservation sharing with you just because I don't want to share bad news or bad rules. But I'm trying to hide my palms from you. My palms are facing the back. A little bit of a show and tell, but you don't really see my palms on that. But one last repetition. Ribs are down, arms overhead, reach, and low. It's time for the port de bras check. Then the other P word, that plank word. So our forward fold, high tension planks for 10 seconds. Chin tuck, rib cage fold. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your bum, squeeze your bum, squeeze your bum. To fold, to walk out, to brace. Width of feet of your choice with your hands, and for 3, 2, 10 seconds, go. 10.
Go what?
9,
Pull the floor
tension.
together.
Push the floor together. Pull your shoulder blades together. Breathe. Squeeze your bum. 3, 2. Gentle knees down. Take a moment and fold back up. It feels like we're getting off easy tonight. Only doing one of those hollow holds, but consistency over intensity, and we'll get there. Okay, let me just read my book here.
So your really neat handwriting you can write?
My really neat handwriting, yeah. Okay, that was it. So that's good. Then we're going to get into our retire in 3 positions as well here. Talked about it just a second ago in that coup de pied position or foot to ankle. So if we took single foot and placed it here, without going anywhere, the objective of this drill will be to think about flexing the hip. This isometric movement means nothing really moves, but the workload could be quite intense. You ready, Lauren?
I think so.
2 repetitions each direction. 2 in the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back. These corners will look like ballet, the back corner won't, and that's okay. Ready to go? Coup de pied or foot to ankle. Without going anywhere, Lauren likes using this straw analogy. Pull yourself together in a straw, thinking about that knee coming up, but don't let it move for 3 more seconds of work.
Am I trying to pull
It's not really going anywhere. For 3, 2, coast that tension away. Now, let it move. And it might move a degree or 3 or 7, something like that. So for me, that's at my retire position or my foot at my knee. Same thing, don't let it move, but work hard by balancing first the inside, but pulling into the straw into center and continuing to think about flexing or pulling the knee up from the hip.
That was a long time.
For 2 more seconds, stay there and chill. For 1 more repetition, could you lift it 1 millimeter higher and then very slow, like it was easy, just return that to the floor. Same thing out to the side. Let's get to our coup de pied position. Tall engaged glutes.
Low foot, right?
And then the low foot and that external rotation, or tree pose in yoga, or that coup de pied in second. Now, create tension. Try to pull this knee up, flexing the hip, but don't let it. But pulling into center, getting those adduction lines turned on. And for 3 more seconds, 2 more seconds, relax the tension. Now let it move in the same direction you were trying to, which again might be towards the retire. Cramp up. Now try to pull it higher by pulling the elevated leg higher, The standing leg must be driven down to the ground. And we're pulling into center for 3, 2.
It's a long time.
And relax. And maybe it could come up 1 more degree. And then nice and control, place it down. And then maybe just close that hip. Then this is the rule, kind of breaks away from the ballet. We're going to dorsiflex the foot, so kind of the unconventional ballet point foot here. And can we hold this position with our quads parallel and our ribs down? Or does our lumbar want to flex, driving the knee forward? Keep this core brace. Keep pulling into center and kick back for 9, 8, without arching that low back. And 3, 2, and relax the tension. Same thing, you might be able to flex or bend your knee more, pull to center and extend the hip, or kick back for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, coast that tension away. The knee might come forward. I'm overdoing it a little bit, but the knee might come forward. And for one last time, could we flex up on the knee or the hamstring here? Cramp up to center, brushing the elevated leg by that standing leg. And for 5 more seconds, extend through the hip for 3, 2, straighten the knee to tap out the back if allowed, over the toes, and under.
That was the only one we did 3 pounds in.
Oh, shoot, you're right. I can't, it was Lauren's favorite number is 3, so I just thought we might add that third one in there.
No, 2 is nice.
2 is nice.
3 is a little much.
Is that only the first leg?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Great. Same thing, other sides. That coup de pied position, isometric hip flexion, cramp up the standing leg, and pull up without going anywhere. Create a tremendous amount of tension in the hips for 3, 2, relax your tension. Maybe flex the hip and approach closer to that retire position now. Cramp up the standing leg and try to drive this leg higher against heavy resistance. That it works, but nothing moves for 3, 2, relax the tension. Maybe you could lift a little higher, just touch it for the next time, and with tension and control, extend the leg. Coup de pied in that second position. Open up, coup de pied, cramp up, try to lift or flex this hip up, keeping those hips coming forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, relax tension. Perhaps we could go up to that retire position, cramp those glutes, lift higher without moving it, but cramp it up, make it work. Holy goodness.
3, 2.
3, 2. And then nice and slow, extend the leg back down.
You had to go higher and then down.
And close. You're rushing me here. I'm losing train of thought.
Well, that was a long 10 seconds.
There's one more direction, breaks that ballet rule. It's that dorsiflexed ankle, a little more modern foot maybe. And then from here, we'll flex the knee, that dorsiflexed ankle, cramp up your standing leg, and ribs are down. And for 8, 7, we're pushing against an imaginary brick wall
behind us,
saying hello to our glutes, and we're going to relax that tension. The knee again might come forward or flex the hip in a relaxed moment. Re-engage with the knee bend, cramp up the glutes, take your breath, pull to the midline so your legs are touching each other here as we reach to the back for 4, 3, 2, and we did 3 the last time, so I think we should keep it even. I promise that's going to be the last thing we do today pretty much. Last one, take a break, cramp up, hip extension with the knee bent, condition those hamstrings and glutes to take tension for 3, 2, now slowly, confidently extend through the knee, flexing over the toes to center. Yeah. Yeah. There's one more thing I'd like to do tonight. One last exercise, and then we'll finish with a nice light port de bras.
Whoa, you're really slamming that chair tonight.
I'd like to introduce and work on an exercise similar to that grand battement. Grand battement, hand wherever you wish. Can we whip up a leg, but hold it in that position for a 1 count for us? Slowly tap down and repeat 3 per leg.
Just in the front?
Just in the front position.
Am I turned out when I do it?
From parallel. From parallel for us here. In our parallel position, let's do a baby one first. We'll tendu or a straight leg to the front. Lift, tap. Keep it out front. Lift, tap. Close. Same thing other side, just for a little bit of practice. Tendu to the front. Lift, tap. Lift, tap. Close. Make sense? Let's do it for real. Cramp it up, nice and tall. Out to the tendu. Ballistically lift and hold. Hup, hold, tap. Cramp up, lift, hold, tap. Lift, hold, tap.
That was 3.
Close. I was going to try to squeeze another in
You
there,
won't
but
sneak.
I knew Lauren was going to get in there.
Maybe a kettlebell swing, but not a leg lift.
Little sample of that ground battement or similar movement here. So tall on the inside leg. We'll tendu or straight leg to the front. Cramp up and hop. Hold. Tap. Reset. Lift. Hold. Tap. Reset. Lift. Hold, hold, tap, close. Some new friends, some old favorites. Come on down. It's time to say hello and goodbye.
Oh.
Tonight, again, is our Thursday night practice. We specialize in those bar skills. It's not ballet, but it's those things that Lauren and I want to take into our ballet practice when our lessons resume.
And it's great for the hips.
Whew. Took the words right out of my hands on that.
And great for the legs.
Good for those hips, good for the brain, and to work on those soft movement skills like the port de bras, also important. It's not just always the hard style. So, my name is Ian.
Lauren.
And we are Bars and Bells. Thank you for joining us here at Barre Night. We use our simple exercises to stay strong. We look forward to seeing you in class very soon. Have a good night.
Thanks for coming.
Take care. See you soon.
Bye-bye. Sorry.